Hello everyone, this is Max and welcome to another workflows video. Now in today's video, I want to give you a quick overview of sort of what happens or what's available when you click on add app action, add function, and also add node. So let's do that. So as you're building your flow, so the flow is executed from left to right, and if you want to add the next card, you would again choose either action, function, and you can also do a node. So let's review sort of what's available in those options. So an app action would be a connection to another application. So you can see Gmail, there's Google Drive, there's Slack, and there are many other applications that you can connect to. So again, you can get data from those applications. You can also save data into those services. But that's what an app action is. Now, if you select a particular service, so again, let's go with let's see, where's Okta here. I have it right here. So once you select, then you get a list of actions that you can choose, right? So you can do a lot of different sort of actions based on the service. So again, and every app will be different, but you can see, for example, for Okta, there is a long list of things that you can do, right? Now we can look at another one. Let's look at the AWS one, right? So this one has fewer actions, but for example, you can invoke a Lambda function. So you would be able, as you execute your workflow, you would be able to invoke a serverless function hosted on AWS Lambda. Okay, so again, what you see here as an app action are connections to various other external services and apps. Now, if you go with the function, so this is going to be a little bit different, is that these are usually functions that would help you work with the data or manipulate data. So you get data from those external services, you bring them into the workflow, and then you can manipulate the data. But not only that, you can also add if-then type logic. So for example, there's if-then type logic, there's error handling logic. The function, also you can work with text, you can work with numbers, date and time, and then objects. So again, a lot of functions to help you work with data and manipulate data, create data, if-then logic, error handling, working with lists. And then there's also some advanced options here as well. You can connect, for example, to an external API. So the apps that you saw at the beginning, those are sort of built-in connectors, but it's also possible that you want to connect to a service that doesn't have a built-in connector yet, and then you would connect to it via an API call, right? So they're just an external third-party API. All right. Now, so this is for functions. Now, the last one is add node, and this allows you to add a comment to your workflow. So it's not going to be part of the actual workflow. It's just if someone else is looking at your workflow, or if you're looking at it again, a little bit later. So it should help you kind of remember what the workflow does. In general, it's a good practice, and I think, to put comments just to make it easier for you or anyone else to read the flow later. Now, let me cancel here. Now, so this is, if you choose any of the buttons here, this is going to add a new card at the end of the flow. Now, another option is you can also add either an app, a connection to an app or a function or a node between cards. So it works exactly the same thing, but you can also do it in between cards. Now, let's say, just quickly, one little tip is that if you have have a card here, you can just type hello. If you need to, for some reason, to reorder them, you don't have to delete it. You can actually take it and you can drag and drop it like this, right? That's also available. Now, I do want to talk about the note again. As I said, I think it's a good practice to put notes in your workflow. And so there are two ways you can do it, but maybe there are more ways. So let's say we want to add a comment for this card. Actually, let's go here. Let's for this one. So, sorry, one option is we can do something like this. This could be get, and then you put a comment. So calls an external API. All right, so this card, and you kind of put these arrows that basically this comment is for the previous card, right? That could be one option. Or another approach could be do it the other way, and it's up to you, of course, which one you prefer. Sorry, right? So now it's sort of the other way, right? The comment is for the card that's next. So that's another option. Now, of course, you can create a card that's not specific, that's not tied to a specific card. It could be just a general note, maybe at the very beginning, just explaining what the workflow does. All right. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to show you in this particular video. So again, you've got options here. You got a connecting to an external service with a built-in connector, and then you got functions. You can manipulate data, if-then logic, and finally you've got the note that you can just add comments in your workflow. So I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.